Hello everyone, here is the whole Ascension information video, so I'm gonna read everything through. It's a lot, that's why I decided to make a second video for it, so... I've seen a lift girl down at Wandering Tree. What other races are here in Arena? There are many races in Arena, some of them are known. Which one do you want to know about? Let's start with humans. Human race is the second most varied race of Arena, the first one being the Lif. There are many different types of humans all around. In the north there are Valendians, in the south there are Audacians and Duranians. In the east there are Terranians, in the west there is Goklan and Inurans. Humans are the most populated race of Arena, also the best traders of Arena. I guess we really love money. That we do. Dwarves, huh? Very talented miners and warriors, spirited bunch, always ready to celebrate anything, loyal allies of human race, even though they aren't known for their talent in the arcane arts. One of the most powerful mages in the history was, in fact, a dwarven man called Fotrak. He was also the founder of Celis, Academy of Arcane Arts and Alchemy in Dorigan, Dwarves country in Northern Arena. Dwarven country in Northern Arena. The school, however, was closed 30 years ago because of poor attendance. Moon elves, really strange people. When you talk to them, it's as if you're talking to a statue. Their expressions never change, and you almost never smile. Oh, but when they do? Long before the Old Kingdom, moon elves and sun elves lived together in Darga, but their visions and beliefs started to drift them apart. Sun elves strongly believe in Aina, their goddess. They believe that their lives are borrowed from her soul, and when they die, they become one with Aina again. Death is completion for them. They also say that Aina favors absolute balance. It is believed that if you are stronger or however better than another, you are cursed by Aina. That's why for a long while their mages were banished from Darga. That's actually how moon elves first appeared. All in all, they are the most powerful magic users, and almost all of the arcane arts academies are in their countries. There are about 17 academies just in Ildis. Sun elves. Their strong belief in their goddess Aina drives them into living in clans all around Oderga. Fire, earth, water, air. They have no leaders and they share everything they find. Everybody is free to leave their clan, however, I have never seen anyone leave. If you ever want to see what complete balance looks like, you should go visit Odarga one day. It's really peaceful. Lif, they are so cute with their animal ears. They believe that they are born with a spirit, and while a Lif grows up and gains traits, their spirits also grows up with them. They say that the spirits give them special powers like speed, strength, intelligence, and in exchange all they want is to feel positive emotions and virtues. They believe that if a Lif starts to show signs of negative traits or emotions, like anger and jealousy, the spirit slowly starts to wither until one day it dies, and leaves the host completely empty, soulless. Once a Lif becomes empty, they become what they call an Illif, and they are forever banished from their settlement, even if it means leaving their family behind. Kind of harsh for such a cute-looking race. Calyx. Nobody knows much about them, but the way they look with their complete white eyeballs is kind of scary. They remind me of death. Some say Calyx can see through your soul in one gaze. Some say they can see the future. They don't have... I think they meant future, not future. Oh well. They don't have a country and they travel a lot. They say they have natural, beautiful voices, so many of them become bards. I've never met one, but I will have to one day. Bards! I play a bard in our kingdom. I really like bards. So, continents. I have never been to anywhere else other than Valiant. What are the continents of Arena? Well, here is Northern Arena, which includes the Dwarven country Dorigan, the human country Valiant, the moon elf country Ildis, the sun elf country Odarga, and the island Terran. In the south, there is the human countries Adesha and Darren, the dwarven country Gala, which is almost as big as a continent alone. There's also a moon elven country Ascension. And in the east, there is only one human country, Terra. The biggest sun elf country, Ascension, is there, and the Lif island called Jana. In the west, there are two human countries, Gam and Anari, as well as the Lif island Korra. Whew, wars. I want to know about the major wars of Arena. Unfortunate thing to talk about wars. Never understand the need to kill another living being for the sake of a nonsense reason. But there has been 3 major wars in the unknown history. First one is called the Division War, the one between Sun Elves and Moon Elves. Sun Elves and Moon Elves used to live together. They weren't called Sun Elves and Moon Elves as they were simply called Elves. However, in the elven religion Aina, also the name of their goddess, it is forbidden to have unbalanced power over another. And the use of such power brought great misfortune over the clan. That's why they often banished the few magic users they had. But a few of the elves started to practice magic and magic use secretly. The elves didn't have a leader of some sort, so this quickly started a war between magic users and the rest of the elves. The rest of Arena took a side of magic users and helped them divide their races into two. The elves dividing and losing power of course benefited the other races greatly, but it also started the era of the Old Kingdom. The kingdom that was made by dwarves, humans and moon elves together, one powerful kingdom that ruled all of Arena. They ruled the kingdom together with their three leaders of each race. The kingdom was quite powerful for a while, just as they anticipated. However, it started to collapse day by day. Rebellions, traitors, separatists, they all started to fight each other. The leaders arguing each day about one race being more powerful than the other. Thus, the Old Kingdom was fallen, and the second major was started, a big Valiant War. Once the Old Kingdom was fallen, Moon Elves, which had nowhere else to go, wanted to claim a big parcel of land over Valiant. Humans, who had all of Valiant, of course didn't want to share the land. The 2 races were already in a nervous position over the fallen kingdom, quickly started another war. That's when dwarves and humans became allies. But the Moon Elves were already weakened in no small part to the Division War. They were forced to leave Valiant. They had nowhere to go until Liv welcomed them to Ildis, giving them the freedom to live in their country. The Moon Elves had no chance but to accept their terms, at least for a little while. Once the Moon Elves regained their power, everything started to change. They started to push to live to the south, where the earth was infertile and the climate harsh. Some of the Liv rebelled, even if it meant becoming Elif. That was the start of the third major, was the massacre of the Elif. The natural naive race, Liv, even though powerful in the arcane arts, lost the war with many losses. It was the most violent war Arena had ever seen. Most of the Liv were taken as slaves to noble elven families just because they couldn't fight back. Others forced to live in camps in terrible conditions. Moon Elves killed every Liv they saw. Elif, Liv, women, children. It was really bad. Didn't anyone help Liv? Humans tried, but Moon Elves were strong this time. We gave Liv the Tyrant Island, but I doubt it changed anything. That island is nothing but an infertile piece of dirt. Nobody had enough resources to help Liv at the time, so they were left to die. Poor Liv. I want to blame Moon Elves for everything sometimes, but then I realize it is also our fault for diving the elves. Wow, that's sad. Monarchs. I want to know about human leaders. Oh, the old kings and queens? There were many kings and queens in history. However, there are a few that quickly became famous. There is King Adric, of course, the human leader of the Old Kingdom. Charismatic, honest, and good swordsman. Queen Aurella, they said she could shoot a flying ladybug right between the eyes from miles away with her bow and arrow. Exaggeration, of course. But she was a very good archer, also a great poet. You should see some of her poetry. It was a talented lady. King Alan, Ascension king, the king with the most wives, he was charming. And there's King Adrian, of course, our current King Kyle's father, smartest king in history, rather than noble to have control over their Silver Order, founder of the Knight Order, best King Valiant has ever seen. Pity he died so soon. Finally, our latest young King Kyle. I feel bad for him, carrying the weight of the crown at his age. I heard his mother, the queen, locks herself in a room and never goes out. Now we all want to know this, nobles? What about the nobles? Are they erased? Because they aren't quite human. I say they are just the Silver Order. Calling them the nobles is a slang term. Must be because they first appeared around the time the Old King was built, and they came from the noble families. Nobody really knows what they are. They looked and talked like humans, so they were not written in history as a different race. Plus, there are too little of them to be called an entire race. They have superior sight, speed, and reflexes, but doesn't have any human emotions or virtues, which makes them perfect soldiers. However, they refuse to be controlled by humans, therefore they found the Silver Order. The king or queen has a right to call the order in for special missions as they please, and the order is obligated to answer their call in exchange for their freedom. They're an interesting bunch, almost magical. You feel it in your bones when they walk in. They leave a chill behind your neck when they leave, and a very bad taste in your mouth, like blood. Northcliffe? And I want to know more about Northcliffe. Only the second largest human city, Northcliffe, famous for its chicken soup. I suggest you check out the dinner when you have the chance. They make the best chicken soup in all of Arena. There is a fine tailor shop managed by beautiful Anissa. The talented blacksmith can make the sharpest blade even sharper. There are 3 major gangs in the city. I would stay away from them. The Eagles, Back City Kids, and the Sages. They used to be safe and beautiful after King Adrian's death. However, well, I'm sure the new king is doing his best. The Eagles, that's what we're looking for? I want to know more about the Eagles. However, everyone I ask refuses to talk about them. An unexpected reaction. They are a vicious gang. The bloodiest fights in the cities are all because of them. They are all especially trained in archery, famous for their headshots. They wiped out the entire Knight's Order in one night with their archers. I heard nobody survived. Absolutely nobody survived. Not even one person. Definitely. In King Adrian's time, they were a small gang, mostly doing petty thievery, some smuggling, nothing like murder or kidnapping. After King Adrian's death, they gained incredible power. Now they are controlling half of the city. They have eyes everywhere. Scholars? We're gonna ask about her. So, you're a scholar, huh? What do you all do besides reading? We study history, traditions, religions, and behavior of all races in Arena. All we could find, in books and legends or stories, gossips, or even songs. We enjoy collecting knowledge, studying different cultures, hopefully one day writing a book about them, be it fiction or research. Have you written any books yet? Well, I've started to write a story, but still at the very beginning. I can't say I'm doing a very good job. My spelling and grammar is terrible. Oh, I remember she's a writer. She's based on the writer of this game, right? I'm not sure. Oh, what's the book called? Yeah, it's her. Ascension. Alchemist? I want to know more about alchemists. Alchemists are highly trained people who can use the arcane arts. Unlike mages, however, they need special items for practicing active magic. For example, they can create powerful fires just like mages. However, unlike them, alchemists need to train for years and need an enchanted item or potion to summon the power. They are excellent healers, however, even better than most mages. Don't tell this to any mages though. They hate it when you say that. Mages? And I want to know more about mages. Mages can use active power magic without any training. However, with proper training, they are in danger of overusing their power or using it on themselves. As they naturally release sensitive people, even a little excitement, like say kissing someone, can be a serious danger to them or their partner. I guess that's why they are trained to restrain their emotions at all times. When they are still kids, they are put in a stone-cold, dark cell and left there for days, starving. And when they feed them, they put poison in their food that will make them have terrible nightmares and hallucinations. These trainings go for months until they are ready, well, if they are ever ready. Most of them just end up burning themselves to death. Maybe it's one of the reasons why there are not many rages in Arena. Moon elves are naturally talented in magic, and most of the mages are moon elves. Since moon elves are not very emotional, it works for them, I guess. I wonder how a human mage feels like. Ouch. The Old Kingdom. Tell me about the Old Kingdom. The Old Kingdom was built by dwarves, humans, and moon elves together. They joined their forces to create the most powerful city of Arena. They really were the most powerful city for a time, superior in knowledge, arcane arts, trading, mining arts. You should see some of the paintings from Old Kingdom. The dressers were to die for. Some say the Old Kingdom was fallen because of rebellion, some say it was because of treason, some say it was a curse or necromancy. Nobody really knows. Most of the knowledge from Old Kingdom is now gone. Some don't even believe it ever existed. It's really hard to find solid information about it. You know, I think there was a noble here the other day. He bought a book about the Old Kingdom. The book was all written in Kaidan though, the ancient language of all kingdom. Did you know Kaidan was actually the old human language? Since the humans were very good at trading, almost every merchant of all races learned Kaidan at some point. It wasn't too long before all of Arena could speak even a little Kaidan, so they chose it to be the old kingdom's common language. It's almost forgotten now. How a big and powerful culture just vanishes over time, it's sad. Ascension. I want to know more about Ascension. Well, Ascension is a very common religion among us humans. Almost all humans except the Adesians believe in Ascension. Ascension is actually a funeral ritual of ancient times. Instead of burying the body in the ground, it is taken to the top of the Valiant Mountains and burned. A Valiant priestess stays with the body and prays until it turns into ashes. Once the ritual is complete, they say the soul of the body races to the sky, becoming immortal to watch over the people. Therefore, the ritual is performed only on chosen queens and kings. The last ritual was performed when King Adrian died. The journey to the top of the mountain takes months. That's why only a few high-trained priestesses are allowed to perform it. The journey to the top of the mountain is called Valar. I've met a Valiant priestess once. She was really quiet and dignified. The way she walked was so delicate, yet at the same time so full of pride and power. I want to know more about necromancy. Necromancy is the only forbidden magic all around Arena. Some believe that the old kingdom has fallen because of necromancy. Raising the dead from the ground sounds very scary, but effective during the war. It will definitely be an advantage during battles. I'm not a mage, but from what I gathered, apparently it costs one life to bring another. I'm sorry, I'm not very informed about necromancy. I wish I had more information. Do you know anything about dreams in which you die? It depends. If it's under the influence of potions, poisonous plants, or an incubus, it's pretty normal. However, if you are frequent and not under the influence of anything, it means that you are very stressed. These normally occur if you witness the death of someone close to you, or sometimes it may mean that you want to kill a part of yourself, like an unwanted trait. A small bottle of pyre fruit potion should help you sleep better, although I would suggest talking to a medic about it first. I half expected a doom prediccy of my future, not a medical solution. Baby, that's the problem. Try to relax a bit more. You might not be as carefree as you want to seem. What about other religions? Are there? What other religions are there? Many. Humans mostly believe in Ascension with the exception of Idecians. They believe in Nima, the goddess of heart. They believe in absolute freedom, in love, in life. Equality among every race and gender, freedom to love and live with anyone. They believe that the feeling of belonging weakens the soul, as the soul is free of all boundaries. Doesn't mean they don't have any rules, but if you're looking for a committed relationship, I would suggest not involve yourself with Additions. However, they're really interesting people. Not to mention Addition boys. Right. Back to religions. Let's see. Elves believe in Aina, although Sun Elves and Moon Elves have completely different visions from each other. Sun Elves believe that Aina wants absolute balance in Arena. Therefore, mages should be banished from the city and forced to live a life alone in the mountains where they could hurt nobody. While Moon Elves believe that Aina simply created magic users to protect those without magic to keep the balance. Liv believe in Ashara. Wait, there is a passage here somewhere that says a lot about Ashara. It's written by a Liv too. Here it is. Ashara live among us. A gentle spirit is seen only to the ones who seek. Ashara, a life of a life, a laughter, a smile that protects us, it lives with us, cries with us. The more we love, the powerful they get. The more we fight, the weaker they get. Just as they protected us, we protected them. Trust is felt, it is known, it is not said. They teach us to embrace the hidden good in everything. In return, we give them emotions, memories, lives. They can't live without us. We can't live without them. The hidden good in every living being, it lives with us. It dies with us. I don't know why, but this piece always brings a tear to my eye. Okay, so that's, I think, all the information you can find in this game. It's gonna be maybe a boring video to you, or maybe interesting to those who want to know. Thanks for watching. See you next time.